Watch. Chris Brown speaks out after drug. First came the hot tubs and helicopter rides, then, for a select few members of Bachelor Nation, came marriage. Now comes the future cast of Bachelor in Paradise Season 32? With Ashley Giaconetti and Jared Hybon mere weeks away from trumpeting the arrival of son Dawson, as in Titanic's Jack, not the Creek's Leary, we're officially in the middle of a Bachelor baby boom as franchise favorites like Astrid Locke and Kevin Wendt and Raven Gates and Adam Gotchick join the first-timers club and others like JJ Lane prepare to add to their brood. Hey, what else were they supposed to do in the middle of these unprecedented times? And as they embark on the amazing journey that is parenthood, they're gifting our newsfeeds with adorable snaps of their future reality stars. Okay, they haven't all said they'd give their blessings to their sons or daughters doling out the roses on ABC's long-running series, but Giaconetti is certainly on board. Of course, she told E! News. Both of us had really positive experiences, so of course we say yes. So can we steal you for a second to cheers to this, the most dramatic step they'll all take as a couple? We promise you'll fall hard for every last Bachelor. Babe from August Wendt to Senna and Lux Luyandic. Raven Gates. We're not calling it the most dramatic birth story ever, but in a wild turn of events, shared the finalist from Nick Viall's season, after 90 minutes of pushing, she and her husband of 9 months welcomed their honeymoon baby in an emergency C-section January 18th. What was life before him? The Arkansas native pondered of 8-pound, 6-ounce Gates Zev Gotchick. I can't recall. But she is certain she and her Bachelor in Paradise love match aren't done building their family. Wed like 2 or 3, she told Us Weekly. But Adam has said, we'll see how I do with 2 and then go from there. Courtney Robertson. Is this winning? 17 months after The Bachelor's season 16 Victor gave birth to her first child, son Joaquin, in June 2020, she and her husband set an extra seat at their Thanksgiving table for early arrival Paloma Ruby Prechado. A small, but mighty 4 pounds, 15 ounces, their newest addition as the sweetest girl in the whole wide world, she raved on Instagram. Her smile lights up our days. Astrid Locke. Consider November 20 arrival August the couple's final rose at the end of a long journey. Referencing their cycles of intrauterine insemination and IVF, one up, which resulted in an ectopic pregnancy. The Canadian-bred firefighter raved of his bride-to-be, "She is my absolute hero for everything she went through the last 2 days in the hospital, and the last 2 years doing everything it took to get this perfect munchkin." Their plans for a family actually dated back to some early conversations on 2018's Bachelor in Paradise, she shared on Instagram, and yet even in my wildest dreams I couldn't have imagined how amazing this would all feel. Lauren Burnham. Having raced into the world of parenting, welcoming daughter Alessi 4 months after their January 2019 vows and her little brother and sister this past June, the retired driver is ready to pump the brakes. I think we're so happy because we have our boy. We have the 2 girls, the season 22 lead said on the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast of twins. Senna and Lux completing their family. And I am already 40, guys. I can't be having kids any later than this in life. I want to be like an active dad. So, I think 3 is okay. Lauren Bushnell. Big plans, they said? On June 8, Bachelor Season 20 final rose recipient and her country singer husband invited all 9 pounds of Dutton Walker Lanianto the ranch. Months in, the lifestyle blogger admitted that raising her little man was by far the hardest thing I've ever done but would do anything for this little boy. Crystal Nielsen. Years after failing to collect a rose in week 6 of Ari Luyandic Jr.'s Bachelor season, the health coach grew her own little flower, giving birth to daughter Indara Rose Bowles March 31st, less than a year into her new romance with the San Diego-based entrepreneur. Though she admitted on pal Sheena Shea's podcast it was scary to learn she was pregnant so soon in a relationship and while still wed to Bachelor in Paradise love match Chris Randon. She just knew this was an incredible lesson for me to grow, To lean into love, to have faith in myself and Miles and my future, and know that God gives us only what we can handle. Leslie Murphy. The cutest little stowaway you ever did see. On February 12, the road less traveled creator and her fiancé invited daughter Nora Blanche Kavanaugh along for the ride, and she's already proven herself to be a natural adventurer. Someone told me not too long ago that traveling with a baby isn't a vacation. The Bachelor and the Bachelor Winter Games alum admitted. It's a trip. A change of scenery. A relocation of parenting. I feel this in my bones. And yet following jaunts to Hawaii, Miami, New York and Kavanaugh's native Australia, I wouldn't trade a thing if it means I get to show this girl the world. Jade Roper. Three's a crowd? Hardly. Since youngest Reed joined the mix in November 2020, the Bachelor in Paradise OG sweethearts have strongly considered rounding out their family with a fourth. Tolbert told People he's 10% open to the idea, but his bride's baby fever burns much stronger. Agreed. The mom of Emmy, 4, and Brooks, 2, 4 would be a great number. They'd have the buddy system. There's just something special about the mother-child bond, and I just love it.